ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are watching episode 4 of Arcane League of Legends. Episode 3. What the hell? I understand why people were hyping this show up so much. I mean, the relationship that they built up between Vi and Powder all coming to a head. I completely understand, and I have a feeling I know where they're going. I think some people misinterpreted me by thinking that I was either picking one side or the other, whether it Powder or Vi. No. Good writing means you can have an antagonist and you can have a protagonist at the same time that you sympathize with. That's the whole point of building a good antagonist. Like take Thanos, right? Thanos, you don't agree with the means to his ends, but you can kind of understand his ends. It's irrefutable that we're overpopulated, but snapping your fingers and killing half the population isn't the way to do it. That's what makes a good villain. You can kind of understand their goal, but not how they get there. And so even kind of like Silco. Silco wants to unite the Undercity. Great, okay, you want to unite the people, but the bad news is he wants to unite them to fight against Topside, to fight against the Enforcers, and we've been there before, and look where it got them. So you can kind of understand, that's what brings the humanity into your antagonist. So in isolation, if you look at Vi and Powder, you understand why both did what they decided to do. Not to mention, Vi's still a teenager. You know, not every decision that she's making is calculated, is mature, hence why she was so keen on bringing all of her friends and family into battle with her without thinking for a second that maybe one of them would get killed. And here we see the same thing happen. It's different because Vander was involved, Vander was in trouble, but family ultimately is the one who killed them, but by trying to help. And that's what creates this emotional struggle inside of you, and you're like, oh, I don't like what they did, but I like the person. And I'm not saying either one of them is a bad person. You can do a bad thing, but that doesn't always mean you're a bad person, right? It's the same thing about saying something bigoted. That doesn't always make you a bigoted person, you know, and that's a whole different cancel culture discussion for another time. But that's one of the key elements of good writing, is that it's not that easy to take a side, right? And you have two sisters who clearly love each other, and all they want to do is help each other. But here, Vi can't take it. But even at the end where Powder is crying and Silco is standing over her, Vi turns around, and what does she do? She sees Silco standing over her sister, and she immediately, without even thinking, tries to go and save her. But she gets taken. She gets chloroformed and she gets taken. So even after all of that, even after punching Powder and saying that she's a Jinx and just saying, get the hell out of my life, I want nothing to do with you, all it took was a single moment for that to completely flip, and she was back to being her sister, or at least she tried. And I don't know if you know this, but Silco's probably not going to make for the best parent. I'd put a lot of money on that. It'll be interesting to see where this picks up, right? Because we have the split between the sisters. We have Silco taking Powder under his wing. We have Milo and Clagger dead. We have Vander dead. We have Jace and Victor successfully performing Hextech, successfully creating magic artificially. So that's got to play a part in this eventually. So let's see those two worlds combined, please. That would be really cool. I feel like I've been talking for too long. I've had a very long weekend. I spent the weekend down in Myrtle Beach in North and South Carolina, and my God, do those people know how to party. So, if you like this video, guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you to all my storytellers out there. Your membership means so much to me. I thank you so much. If you're not a storyteller yet, what are you doing? Go back to my homepage and hit that join button and become part of all the fun and get tons of exclusive perks. I'll be shouting out every new storyteller every time I can. Thank you, Savage1000, for becoming a storyteller. Your patronage means so much to me. I cannot thank you enough. All right, guys. I think it's time to see what exactly happened to Vi and Powder. I don't know if I can do this. This is episode 4 of Arcane League of Legends. Let's go. So last week it was snowing, and now it's hot as hell here. That's pretty. Oh yeah, how was your eclipse day, by the way?
Can you believe it? Our city is about to turn 200 years old.
Wow.
It's shaping up to be an amazing progress day.
Progress day. Interesting. Do we know what that is yet?
Everything he built either exploded,
What
melted,
is that?
or toppled over.
It almost reminded me of like a baby Appa from Avatar. Another series I'm going to be starting soon. Is this still right after they discovered Hextech, or is it sometime after?
That was his sacrifice.
You know, I'm doing the same thing that I hate that other people do. I'm asking questions that I would otherwise tell people, just let the series explain all of those answers. They're valid questions. If you just shut up and watch, they'll be answered. I'm sorry, me.
It's short notice, I know, but perhaps there's something in the lab you might be able to share.
Come to the lab this afternoon, I'll show you.
Damn. Is that all because of Hextech? Or no, that's because everybody's coming for Progress Day. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a while into the future. What the hell? What happened there? Reminds me of like Victorian era, a lot of the wardrobe. Is that mechanical butterfly? Oh, it's very old-timey. It's like old and the very new, and definitely fantasy. Oh.
Kate!
Serves you.
Oh, that's Kate? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. It's definitely in the future.
I'm working.
Oh, I can see that. I mean, there's so much crime.
Is she an enforcer now?
I'm giving the big address tonight.
We really have to send it to Anarchy.
Have fun hurting the drunkards.
She probably likes taking care of the drunkards. At least she's doing something. You know, she's doing some good. She's keeping people safe. She's one of the good enforcers, probably. What is that? What's in those barrels? Oh, is that one of the guys from Silco's group?
From your friend downtown.
Oh, she was one of the people who wanted to fight, and Vander didn't. What is that? Is that a hoverboard? Oh my god, I want a hoverboard. Oh my god, I want a hoverboard. Oh. Oh, that is so cool. Firelights. Okay, where's my pen? Oh. God, again, the animation is so cool. Wow. Oh, is that the shimmer? Yeah, yeah. What could they be possibly doing with all that shimmer, other than creating monsters and chaos? What? Oh, oh!
She's here.
She's here. Oh. No way. Oh my god. Oh, she's like the Joker. Wow. What an awesome, drawn out, dramatic introduction to a new character or a new persona. Because we haven't seen her, we've just seen little essences of her character and how crafty and playful she is with her maniacal killing. Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Hi.
Oh my god. What the hell? Jesus. Forget the Joker. She's a more brutal Harley Quinn. Oh. Oh! Vi?
I can't lose you.
Oh. Oh my god.
I want to fight.
What? Jesus. Wow, they made her look insane. Just shooting everybody, I guess. Do you ever remember why you started firing? Oh my god. Vi's not dead. She can't be.
You are supposed to guard the cargo.
Oh, they're working together? She doesn't care at all. All right, so she took quite a character turn. I figured she would, but oh, she is so gone. For now.
We just need to show him it's safe.
Oh my god, Victor looks so...
And what about the count?
What happened to him? He looks so bad.
It's our turn to decide the future of Hextech. It all began with this.
Yep.
A crystal of magical
Just-
energy too volatile to...
That killed a lot of my favorite characters.
A Hextech gemstone.
I made it round.
Holy sprockets.
Holy sprockets.
We found a means to fortify the crystals.
All right, well that's good at least, and it doesn't mean anybody else is gonna die from it exploding.
We can now design portable devices.
He made an infinity gauntlet. Oh my god, this is the Space Stone. What a crossover. That would be so cool. I'm nerding out over the wrong thing.
The Atlas gauntlets.
It is a gauntlet though.
Mining colonies in the fissures can work faster and without fatigue.
Honestly though, it does kind of look like the gloves that Vander used. Jesus. Wow.
And now, it's finally possible.
Oh! Please don't bring your pet into this environment anymore.
Give it a decade of careful research, and it will be ready.
A decade?
A decade?
It zips past you in the blink of an eye.
If you're 300.
Professor, we can be improving lives with Hextech now.
A breakthrough like this takes time, Victor. Putting that kind of power into everyone's hands is dangerous.
Okay. I'm starting to side with Heimerdinger on how rapidly this is advancing. There are certain inventions that like could save lives, but you introduce it too soon and the people don't know what to do with it. If you create a weapon, chances are someone's gonna use it.
You're from the Undercity.
She shot me.
Who shot you? Who were you working for?
Caitlin Kiraman. Why does that not surprise me? You're supposed to be guarding your mother's tent.
Wow. Oh, this is the shady guy that did a deal with Silco.
I realize you're used to getting your way, Kiraman, but we have a chain of command for a reason.
Why do I feel like you're not doing this for chaste reasons? I gotta tell you, the soundtrack is banging. On my flight to and from, all I did was listen to the music from Arcane.
She fired on us.
There are always mishaps in
Oh, hello,
The
Silco.
firelights were her target.
You unfortunate asshole.
It wasn't a mishap. She froze up and lost her shit. She's a problem and we all know it.
You're just jealous.
Who's we?
He's looking worse. Older.
What happened?
She
already told you.
Oh shit, she's right there.
One of those firelight wackos was a girl. With pink hair.
My sister, to be more exact.
Your sister's gone. You know that as well as I do.
I know. Sisters, right? Can't live with them, can't stuff them back in the old baby maker.
Ugh. I don't like how she described it.
I'm sorry.
I need to know that I can rely on you.
Something is not all there. She still acts like a kid.
I know.
Oh, nothing with the eye. Oh, God. Is he getting shimmer in his eye? Everything about that made me feel uneasy.
The fundraiser's going well. These people have nothing new to offer me. The only one actually worth my time is him. The Golden Boy.
The Golden Boy. Ooh.
Speak of the devil. To what do I owe the pleasure?
It's Heimerdinger.
When is it not?
We've shown him our research. He thinks we need more time.
It's Progress Day. If there's a time to present a new creation, it is now.
Kind of. Maybe. Maybe let's think about some of the repercussions a little bit, but sure.
Piltover needs a leader who looks forward. Someone like you.
You really believe that?
I don't know why, but I have a feeling that she's either just using him or she's got some ulterior motive, but I don't fully trust her. What are you doing?
It wasn't her.
Are you just... Excuse me? Hello?
It wasn't.
Oh, God, she's crazy.
I know, just some wannabe street.
Who are you talking to?
Now,
Oh, God.
he thinks I'm weak.
Oh. What the hell?
Well, I'm gonna show him. Y'all see.
Did she make, like, dummies of her old friends? Because that's on a whole nother level. I mean, that sounds like a guilt coping mechanism.
Join me in welcoming to the stage, Jason.
Here we go. Really saying something if you're drinking a mug with your face on it. Because that's how normal people clap. He wants nothing to do with them.
My family and I are simple people. No one in my life expected very much of me. And that is precisely...
You know, like, a lot of politicians will try to do that whole, I'm one of you, I'm one of the people speeches, but he actually was one of them before, so this is the only time where this is actually genuine. They all love him. I will say that. Very dramatic music for this.
This year, we've created something new for you.
What's going on?
That we will share with you when the time is right.
Oh, interesting. He's not gonna do it.
We vow to keep
Wow.
pressing forward, for we are the city of progress, and our future is bright.
Oh, God. All the fireworks going off. I bet the guy in the blimp is like, fuck!
I thought that Talus boy was some kind of genius. Last year, didn't he launch a blimp halfway across the continent?
Airship, actually. An airship is
Oh,
a rigid metal.
an airship. I'm sorry.
What are you even doing here, Kiraman? Don't you have a cocktail party to attend?
All right, so they're all aware of how noble her family is. Oh, wow. What's happening? There's a fire. Oh my God, is there a kid in there? Go. There you go. Good, good. Save the kid. Wait. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, no. Oh, that's so creepy. Oh, that looks so good, but oh my God, run.
Also, I brought this dynamite. Goodbye.
Oh my God. You ingenious psychopath.
The gemstone is gone.
They stole the gemstone? Oh my God.
For too long has the underground been left unchecked.
They may not be your preferred constituents, but they're still our people. The Undercity cannot be controlled.
You cannot determine the fate of an entire city by the actions of one person. And the firelights.
We need to address this immediately.
This is really interesting because now a lot of their motivation is fueled by fear. And that usually just escalates everything.
Perhaps the time has come to explore a more radical solution.
Like what?
I propose that a new chair be brought forth, and that House Talus be elevated to this august body.
What?
Wow. They're gonna make him a counselor. Oh, she's definitely pulling some strings now.
I believe Counselor Medarda is right.
Oh, wow.
Should be administered by a scientist.
That's really wise. Of course, he's the wise one, to be able to put aside the fact that they want to rush the Hextech technology, but still being willing to elevate him to a council position, entrusting him with that. Okay. All right, Jinx has got some good taste in music. I'll say that.
That's me!
Half a dozen enforcers dead! Enforcers dead!
She's like, yeah. Yep. There it is. Oh God, what are you gonna do with this Silco?
Happy Progress Day!
Is everything in her cave explosives? Oh God, that's so creepy. I hate it. I hate all of that. Caitlin, will you please stop twirling that gun all the time?
Shouldn't you be resting?
While the trail is hot. Listen, if I can figure out who made this, it could lead me directly to whoever's behind it all.
Yeah, there's one thing I've learned about the council. They need more than just theories.
Yeah.
Since when did you concern yourself with the council's opinion?
You're talking to one right now.
Serious? When? Why?
Why?
I was actually hoping you might consider joining my staff.
Wow.
After the attack, your parents spoke to the sheriff. This is the best I could do.
I don't need charity, counselor. Yours or my parents.
Kate.
It sounds like everybody doubts her. It sounds like a lot of this is fueled by proving to her parents that she can be on her own, that she can do better, and yet they still try to impose their will, that they know best. A lot of this sounds like negative reinforcement to get that uncomfortability of having everybody rule her life or have an opinion on her life gone.
Must have been sent in today.
Oh, it's a big dude.
Inmate 2135. Afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
Well, there's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Or they let her in anyway.
Who assaulted him?
Is this who assaulted him? Is that Vi? What the hell? Well, that was interesting. I guess it didn't click with me that if Vi was unconscious when the enforcers came, that she would be hauled off to Stillwater too. I knew the big guy was going because they literally said take him to Stillwater, but Vi, wow, that's interesting. And they're both really tatted up now. That's kind of cool. I like how Vi has the VI on her cheek, but it also makes it look like the Roman numeral 6. I don't know if that has any significance, but it's still pretty cool. So the future looks controversial, let's say. In Piltover, you have magic, you have Hextech facilitating innovation on every front, on every industry and every economy. It's facilitating nothing but prosperity and innovation. But there's a limit to that innovation, and we've seen that time and time again. You know, Mark Twain is famous in quoting and saying, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it sometimes rhymes. And we've seen that over and over in our history, and sometimes it seems like humans don't learn their lessons, or they don't know when to stop, and at some point the line between the two tends to blur. Science and technology is great, but at what cost? Where does it stop? Where does the innovation and prosperity stop and human nature take over? You know, this is supposedly good. This is good. It will help people. It can help jobs. It can help the economy. It can help save lives. But at the same time, it can also be used for weapons. And at what point does that start to turn on the people and species, humans, who created it? Same thing with AI right now. They're literally talking right now in Congress about how to limit AI, because what happens when AI takes over many jobs? Because you don't have to give AI a shift or a pension, right? Technology is always good with somebody like Heimerdinger. He's not old. He's not saying don't do it. He's saying give it some time to let it breathe, to see what it can do, to let the public know about what's happening and to ease them into it, because chances are they're not going to know what to do with it and people are immediately going to weaponize it. I mean, look at what Oppenheimer did, right? I haven't even seen the movie, but I know his story, and God, as soon as he created it, they hauled it off. It became the military's property, and he barely even got a mention. He barely got any communication afterward as to what was happening with the thing that he created. So, if you want to know whether or not history sometimes rhymes, ask Oppenheimer. After taking some time to think about the relationship between Vi and Jinx, the former Powder, I just feel bad. These two characters used to love each other. Jinx used to rely on Vi for everything. And look at her now. She's lost, and she thinks she's found a family with Silco. Now, Silco did take her under his wing, but look at what he's turned her into. He's turned her into this cold, psychopathic killer who just laughs at people as she kills them. She plays with her food. She's literally like a cat. You know, it looks like Vi is almost like a dog. Vi has that kind of dog energy where she's just in your face, that energy with the fighting. Vi is like a dog and Jinx is like a cat. You know, Jinx plays with her food, right? And she likes to toy with you and create a whole theatric scene before she really goes in for the kill, and that makes it much more satisfying for her. That's pretty psychopathic. Not to mention the fact that she talks to herself and she's created life-size dummies or dolls of her former friends and brothers, which is I'd like to say that's crazy, but that falls more on the sad category for me, because that's probably a coping mechanism, because I guarantee she hasn't been able to deal with the trauma of what Vi said to her all those years ago, which came back in droves in flashbacks. Her crying in front of Vi as soon as she saw adult Vi and thought that she was dead. Also another thing that we should talk about, but she still blames herself for Milo, Claire, and Vander's death to this day, which is why she has the life-size dummies of him, which is why she's clearly still holding on to it, which has created such a negative arc for her. But I feel like there's a redemption arc in there for her. I mean, you wouldn't drive a character this low without bringing her up in the end, if you're trying to tie this whole thing up with a nice bow at the end, which, you know, they might not. You never know. But Vi has gone completely rogue. She's a firelight now. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It's not making the Undercity look good, I'll tell you that, in terms of the Council's eyes. Fear has always been a motivator of war. And fear, I like to think, turns something that otherwise would be a last resort into a first response. Look how quick they are at deciding that they want to go to war with the Undercity. And didn't they just do that a few, maybe decades ago now, where Vi and her Vi's parents were murdered because of it by enforcers? So I don't know if war is the best option. In fact, I know war is probably not the best option. It should always be a last resort. But fear is a motivator that is stronger than love. I tell you, nothing gets things done more than fear. And it's cold, and it's annoying, and it's usually irrational. Fear is a great survival technique, but it's often taken to the extreme. And we're seeing that right now in this story. So if you're going to implement fear into your story, some drastic shit is probably going to happen. So if you're going to implement fear into your story, know that if you don't clearly define its limits, it's going to snowball. You know, a lot of people in real life don't just come to and think, oh yeah, no, that doesn't scare me anymore. Something has to happen to create the limitation around fear. If it doesn't, it will snowball. Like we're seeing here with the Council, like we're seeing with every character. Every character is motivated by some sort of fear. Fear of what will happen to them if they don't do X, Y, and Z. Fear of the unknown, or fear of death, which is natural. But to what extreme do people experience fear, and how much pressure do you put on your characters to feel that fear? And then what are the results that happen afterwards? Because if you pressure someone enough with fear, they're going to make some drastic decisions. This show continues to make me feel a roller coaster of emotions. Right now, I feel sad that this is what's happened to the relationship between Vi and Jinx. I have a feeling that they'll come together, but you know, you see what's happened to them all these years later, how not only different they are, but the fact that Jinx didn't even know that Vi was alive. I mean, that's crazy to think all this time that your sister is dead. Not only that she abandoned you, but that she's been dead. I can't even imagine what was going through her head, and maybe that's what will snap her out of it. I assume that it will. I assume maybe that they'll start teaming up. Maybe Caitlyn will be involved because she's clearly investigating something that will lead her to Jinx. So this was amazing. This show is incredible. I love the music. I love the character work. This show is like the trifecta of just good quality content. And I really hope that it keeps up with this momentum. I hear from all of you guys that the best is yet to come, which is fine. Keep it coming, baby. Keep it coming. Thanks guys so much for watching this video. Again, if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Again, if you're not a subscriber, if you're not a storyteller yet, go back to my page, hit join, and join all the fun. There'll be a whole line of merch which members get a discount for, so if you're gonna join for anything, join for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. From one artist to another, stay creative, and I'll see you again.